Okay, so on this solo chicken dinner walkthrough, you can see that the plane path is over sort of northwest down to the south. So I would drop up in the northeast side of the island, or in that general direction. On Vikendi, you don't need to be quite as, because it's a smaller 6x6 map and the blue comes in slower. You can afford to kind of, you don't really have to worry that much about vehicles. I end up actually at the back of that arrow, and then I'm on the quiet side of the circle, so for this particular game I just decide to go in. Obviously I could have done a hard shift over to the coast, but as the flight path was so close to the coast I decided not to. Now at this point I come past I didn't have my headphones on, I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and then I hear this guy inside this house. I'm like, ooh, there's a guy in there. He hears me, so I lob a grenade through and then try and get a little bit of a better position. Sometimes in this situation where it's one-on-one and someone's inside a house, if you can back off a bit so you can get inside, get a view inside a window, like I'm trying to get a view of his head, you can then blat him. As it is, he actually jumps out, which is very nice because he jumps out into absolutely no cover, and I just can tap him with the M16. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. And the M16 at the moment is particularly powerful. Yeah, so that was good. So I managed to get looted up, and I'm running a barrel assault rifle with a red dot on and an M16 with a 3x on, so it's quite nice. I've got enough ammo, I've got enough meds, and I'm making my way into the circle again, sort of from east to west. And at this point it's all about just listening out, just gathering information in solos, playing the edge. So I've got to this edge on Vikendi. The blue comes in pretty slowly, doesn't come in very fast at all. So you've always got to be careful of people coming in behind you, just watching your flanks. Remember, when you're in the circle, very rarely, apart from in the final circles when they're very small, should you be looking into the circle towards the middle. Most of the time you should be looking to the left and the right, around the edges of the circle and to the back, because you can survive in the blue for an awful long time, and if somebody's been looting, they could run out of the circle and come out and blat you. It's a good time to just check that your guns are on automatic, you've reloaded them, especially if you just fitted extended magazines to them. Check the brightness on the red dot, just to put that to its brightest setting, especially on Vikendi, where that extra bright red dot can definitely help. And don't stop moving. Remember, your biggest enemy is, especially in solos, is the one-shot kill from a bolt action rifle, which will happen unless you're wearing a level 3 helmet and you're at full health. And obviously I've only got a level 2 helmet, so if somebody hits me in the head with a Kar 98, an M24 or an AWM, I will be dead straight away. And to be honest, even if someone's using like an SLR, a Mini 14 or an M16 or an SKS, if they tap me in the head once with the first bullet and then hit me in the body, I'm pretty much going to die pretty quickly as well. So if you keep jiggling from left to right, that will put people's aim off. As you can see, the next circle's a little bit further west, so I've boosted up and just slowly making my way into the circle. Be very wary as you're coming close to buildings. There could be people inside, so I'm just having a quick look. Not running through because I don't want to have to open any doors to make any more noise than I need to. Looking out for footprints in the snow in front of me, for people running out of the buildings there, and slowly just making my way up. This is just the build up really. 18 people left, so still quite a lot of people, but what I do start to hear soon is plenty of gunfire, mainly up towards the frozen lake. And what I actually have to do in this chicken dinner is I have to do kind of a hard shift at the end of the game. In fact, I do 2 hard shifts. One that kind of gets me into a safe position. Then at the end, when it's one-on-one, I make another hard shift, which I probably shouldn't have done, as you'll see in a bit. So coming up to some more buildings. So again, people love being inside buildings in last bits of the circle, or if you're looted up fairly well and you get yourself near the middle of the circle. Oh, right. So now I hear all this gunfire over there, and I'm like, ooh, what's all that gunfire? I can't see anything, so I'm backing off, trying to get an angle, using the third-person perspective just to see round. I can't see anybody, knowing they're probably going to be round the dip. So ideally, what I want to do at this point is creep up on them and shoot them from behind. The blue comes in there, so I've got to sprint for a bit, which is, again, is a bit of a mistake because I'm making lots of noise and they could possibly hear me. So as I come into the circle, again, can I see the person who was firing? Just trying to go slower, having a good look round, hitting the floor, and then we see the guy over on the left who I'm about to shoot now. But he then gets killed by somebody else, and I'm like, okay, so there's a few people around here. Don't want to give my position away. I haven't got any decent cover. I'm just using stealth to do it. Let's have a quick look round. Is there anybody in the windows? Can't see anybody there. Looking around more. Let's get the barrel out, ready for close range encounters. Circle's moved. Let's put my little dot in the centre. Now another guy will run from left to right in front of me in a minute. I don't know what he was doing when that other guy got killed. And I take a few pot shots at him, I think, just to see if I can take him down, but I don't do very well. Loads and loads of gunfire over towards the frozen lake now. We're down to 12. People using the G36. Here comes the guy running from left to right. Just boosting up. See what he's up to. I'm waiting for that other person to shoot him who shot the other guy, but he doesn't, so he must have moved on. So he goes that way. Do I shoot him? I can't remember now. I don't think I do. No, I let him go. But I sort of peel left now to try and put a bit of space between myself and him, and also all this gunfire that I can hear on my right. About to take a few shots now to my left. So just get behind this rock, see if I can see where that gunfire is coming from. And then we see the guy shooting me from the blue. Not a good idea. So it's time to return fire on him a little bit. I'm a bit sloppy here. He starts trying to aim me up for a headshot. I'm not having any of that. The blue's coming in. I'm not safe. Fire a couple of warning shots and let's just get moving. Let's get safe. The blue does start to hurt quite a lot at this point in the game, so you don't want to hang around in it for too long. Also, other players will then have position in the safe zone. Bit of a dangerous jump this, but I'm at full boost, or I was at full boost, so I know I'm going to heal up nicely. Now this is where I do this long run. What you'll see is that there's a car there, somebody stops there, and then I've got all this open space in front of me. I'm like, ooh, this isn't good. I know there's loads of people to my right, because I can hear the gunfire, and there's that chap who was behind me shooting at me. So I think, right, okay, let's peel left, let's go hard left. More gunfire to my right. Let's go hard left. I know there's a rise to my right as well, so just past the road. And then I'm going to peel in and get some cover. So peel round this rock, and then I'm going to stop at this rock here with my back to the circle. Now I'm not actually quite in yet, but I just want to make sure there's nobody in front of me and nobody around. There's a guy who just died, so I'm thinking, right, who killed him, because his body's still there, so it must be fairly recent. Just rotating around to this rock, which will be in. And now there's another crate, somebody else has died. See how hot it was around here. But again, I'm just looking around. Can I see anybody? Right, let's just sit down for a second. Doesn't appear to be anybody to my left, nobody to my right. And again, at this point the blue really hurts, so people won't be running in for the blue. But there is a guy at that rock, sort of directly, let's see if we, right in front of me there. There is a guy there, so time to take a boost. I want to stay at full boost. And I spot him in just a second, I think. I'm aware that I'm not quite in yet. 5 people left, including myself, so I'm going to have to move across the road. But I'm liking this position now because I've got the kind of height of the road. That defilade is hiding me from other players. I've just got to be careful of people rotating round towards me. So I see that chap. Get the M16 out. I see him there. Line him up. Now he gets shot from somewhere else as well. I use the opportunity of that fire to relocate to this rock, which will be in. And then the chap who was with me just killing that guy will start to move from just up that hill in just a second. I haven't seen him yet, but he makes his move in just a moment. Getting the barrel out. A very good weapon up close to barrel. Absolutely, from close to medium range, the stopping power of the 7.6 bullets is very, very good, and it's what wins me this chicken dinner. You'll see the confidence just to rush somebody and just fire at them, hip fire them, not even soft aiming, just hip firing them. Anyway, 4 left. Including myself. Ooh, just sorting out my map, putting the circle in the middle just in case it comes down to that. I'm surprised I don't get shot when I'm doing that more often. Getting a little bit paranoid to the left, but there's nobody there. And there is a guy up there in those trees. He opens fire so I can hear him, I can see his gun. He's behind the tree at the moment, so there's 3 left. He's just killed somebody with his M416 and he's making his move towards me. Obviously there's no cover down this way, so he plonks himself down there, so I just slowly move round behind him. He's not very far away, and give it a nice burst. So 2 left. Now this is where I do another shift. I should have probably stayed where I was, but I thought I'd be clever and think, well, the other guy's going to think I'm over there, so I'm going to rotate all the way around to this side of the circle and flank him. Over the the other chap is behind that rock up there, and I'm like, well, I've got no cover. Luckily, he totally potatoes it, and I can get behind the tree, and I think, what am I going to do? Well, I've got to just rush him. Let's just go for it. Now we go round and round the mulberry bush. One way, then the other. And then back again. Chase me. Right, now I know I've tagged him hard. So, you know, let the gun do the rest. Very lucky at the end, but there we go. Nice little chicken dinner. Hopefully it gives you an idea about how I play the edge of the circle, play the quiet side. If you've got any questions, comments, put down below, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you.